Now, James McCormick claimed his bomb detectors could trace explosives hidden underground, underwater and even through walls. The businessman sold them to governments, to armies, to border agencies, all the while knowing they didn't work. But his kit so convinced all of his buyers that he made tens of millions of pounds and in the process put the lives of hundreds of civilians and soldiers at risk. Well, today he was convicted of fraud, as our Home Affairs correspondent Andy Davies reports.
There are people there, certainly when you're dealing with drugs, who don't want this equipment to succeed.
Here is Jim McCormick in full flow on a sales trip to India. A man who, with his genial style and easy patter, clearly enjoys holding court.
This equipment and the dog work perfectly hand in hand.
Today at the Old Bailey, however, the spell was well and truly broken, as the 57-year-old former policeman saw his hugely lucrative life on the road, playing the role of global protector, exposed for the gobsmacking scam that it was. His promos had all the contrived drama of a B-movie trailer. His security products, it turns out, all the credibility of the stunts used to sell them. This was the man who brought the world devices such as the ADE 651. No batteries, no electricity, in reality, no use whatsoever. And yet, all over the world, there were generals, police chiefs, even UN officials lining up to buy them.
James McCormick is a conman. He's been maintaining this front for over 10 years now and fooling many, many people into believing this device could save lives. It couldn't, and it doesn't.
For how many years have you been in market?
I've been making this unit. The initial unit was made in 1997.
Originally from Liverpool, McCormick served briefly with Merseyside Police. He then began selling radio equipment. The offences relate to a 5-year period beginning in 2007.
Very different looking version than you see right here. And then
Of all McCormick's useless products, this was the most advanced. Neatly packed in a sturdy case, plastic cards would be placed in a pouch cabled to the detector. Capable through nuclear quadrupole resonance, he boasted, of tracing EBP, explosive black powder, GEU, Euros, NCC, cocaine, humans, ivory, all detectable by this, even from aircraft 3 miles away. And what was all this technology based upon? A novelty golf ball finder called the Gopher. This is the product, would you believe, which underpinned Jim McCormick's multi-million-pound security empire. A bit of plastic with a retractable aerial on a spindle. For the golfer, it adds whimsically, who has everything. For his first detection device, the AD 100, McCormick just bought the Gopher and swapped the sticker. Here he is, out in the field, in his element, this time Niger.
Yeah, bravo!
And here is a soldier hunting for explosives with a modified version of the Gopher. As detection devices, completely ineffectual, said experts called by the prosecution. One would describe McCormick's following attempts to explain the technology as just an incomprehensible jumble of disconnected sentences.
it's a pure passive receiver. So that simple process board is operating in frequencies below SSB, below HF.
And yet he sold these devices all over the world. To the police in Belgium, to UN peacekeepers in Lebanon until they wised up, to security forces in China, Japan, Kenya, Libya and Mexico, among many others, and to Iraq, his most profitable market. In this most volatile of security environments, it's thought he sold 6,000 units. Where hapless security personnel almost comically pounded their feet up and down, conned into thinking their own electrostatic energy was powering the units. But month after month, the carnage continued.
There are no working parts in that device. It is empty. McCormick, for 10 years, has sold this device in countries that are racked with terrorism. He has paid no heed to the people who've stood on checkpoints believing this device worked.
Again, you can see a number of the devices.
He sold his devices for up to £35,000 each, it's thought. Total estimated sales, £85 million. Due to be sentenced next week, unrepentant to the end.
So you still dispute the scientific evidence?
Absolutely.
A jury, it seems, detected the smell of something in what McCormick had to say, but it had little to do with explosives.